What's poppin', bad streamers? How y'all doing? Happy New Year from the bad streamers over here. You got Brian.
And Amanda.
Welcome to the first Terraria Tuesday of the entire year. We haven't streamed in so long. It's like, man, we haven't streamed all year.
Oh my gosh.
It's ridiculous. That didn't count as one of the dad jokes. Or bad jokes. That's
As
just
one of the dad jokes?
I don't know. They're bad jokes. They're dad jokes.
Oh gosh.
All the same thing. I'm not qualified yet to be called dad jokes, I guess. They're just bad jokes. That makes sense. All right, so today, boys and girls, it's like a mashup of Terraria Tuesday meets The Sims almost. Because we are doing some home remodeling. We're going to build our house.
Well, but like on The Sims, I don't like do home remodeling. You know me. I get the pre-built with the furniture.
Yeah, you sure do. I do the home remodeling.
Yeah, no, I don't want to build houses. No, thank you.
Yeah, we play Sims very differently. She's like, jumps right in. She talks to people. She does her career. When I play Sims, I buy a empty plot of land. I build my own thing, and I don't talk to nobody. F them hoes. All right, so today, since we're doing, we're gonna redo like our entire housing structure and everything. We're gonna change around people's rooms. We're gonna be doing this. It's gonna be easier to do with good old fashioned keyboard and mice, all the mices. And we're just gonna do a solo. So we'll that's it. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it.
Let's go.
Let's go. And since we're not doing a split screen for the Terraria Tuesday, we went ahead and moved our camera to the bottom right. I got my Brian. I got River of Mangoes. Let's go ahead and boot it up. Oh
yeah, they're still throwing a party from last time.
Party time. Nice.
Bro, do you mind not scooting anymore?
Oh, my bad.
You've done it 3 times. You're not getting anywhere. There's nowhere more to get to.
There's always places. All right, so I don't know how well I'm going to move it around because I'm using WASD and spacebar and a mouse and all that stuff. All right, so the first thing to decide, we go ahead and look out here at our map. So we did build our elevator last time.
Okay. So I feel like we shouldn't go too far from it because
Right.
we spent all that time building that. That last stream was the entire time building that.
Building this thing. So not only, so we built it with bombs, and then we widened it.
Some bombs, because we didn't have enough.
We had to widen it, and we took on 2 walls of flesh, so we died multiple times for not that many good reasons. Well, okay, so we can keep our elevator right there, and we can even maybe keep our boss arena right here. Maybe this can be the left area. This kind of like bridges the gap right now from our old home to our new home. So maybe we make our new home over here on the right. All in this area. What do you think? Work? Or what do you think?
Well, can you go to the map again?
Yeah. Don't we move left or right or anything?
Can you go to the left?
We got this hill right here. I mean, we can take out the hill.
No, I guess the left side would be fine.
The left side. So
I'm at the right side would be fine.
okay.
It's just that I wish it were on more of a flatter surface that doesn't have tunnels digging underneath. But
Well, these aren't tunnels. These were just. Oh.
no, because like on the right side, there's a tunnel.
Okay. Right here.
Well, no, not there. Like more to the right, like they're over there.
Okay. Well, I mean, so we're gonna build it up in the sky a little bit. We're gonna build a platform, and then it'll basically just take up this area right here.
What do you mean up in the sky?
Like I want to build it a couple thick blocks off the ground, so that like when the blood moon happens, the zombies can't just like walk in.
Okay.
I'm going to learn how to. All right, so let me move. Molten pickaxe using the hottest of materials. What is that? Anyway. Where is my weapon? Oh, here's my weapon.
What you need a weapon for? You
To
build
defend
it.
myself,
You. Oh yeah, I guess you do.
Yeah, so I gotta be like...
How did you activate that?
I clicked.
Oh,
So
that's how you attack?
Yeah. So you can move those numbers up top are the hotkeys. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0.
Right, okay.
And then you just click to use whatever thing is there.
Oh, that's cool.
Alright, so... Oop. Oh, control... Wait. Okay, right click is how to open stuff. Or use stuff. So, let's figure out what we want the base of our house to be. Do we want to go with... I mean, we have a bunch of stone. Or we also have a lot of ebon stone block. We'll bring that around along.
Oh, the party's over.
Oh, party's over. Oh, we can't use sand. We don't need rope right now. Alright, so let's see what this ebon stone looks like.
Ebon stone.
Yeah, I hear Demon Eye.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. There's an angry cloud.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's an angry Nimbus. Interesting.
Like the Nimbus 2000.
Nimbus 2000. Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna build... Let's see what this looks like.
Oh, he is angry.
Yeah, he was.
It's like purple.
I need to collect myself.
Oh, the one chick is trying to attack, and the other guy's like running away from that enemy. He came into the bigger house to get away. So funny.
Alright, this dude. I'm gonna have to take this ghost thing out. Get out of here, bro.
Why you gotta do him like that?
Cause why not, bro? Alright, so... Gonna build this.
Well, you just wanted to see what it looked like. What are you doing?
So what do you think about that? Or the stone? For the base of our house? I think the stone probably, maybe.
Okay, then do the stone.
Alright. We'll just do this stone.
Why'd you build it like that?
I'm gonna put a door there.
Interesting.
Because we'll make it kind of similar to this for now, at least.
What is it that we're making similar to that?
The next area. Man.
Oh, why is there another area? Like, you're supposed to be building a new home. Why are you expanding this thing?
I was just gonna use this to make it so I could easier build it up. It's just being a pain because it's at nighttime right now. Yo, what up, little general?
Hey.
Happy New Year. Chilling. We are gonna be building a new house today for our new peeps. Well, for our old peeps. And we're gonna build it over on this other side over here. Let me go grab some temporary doors.
I hope you guys had a good New Year's.
Do we have any doors in here? Negative.
You can let Nkunk know that Sims will be back this Thursday.
Yep, true story. I will be out this Thursday. I'll be up in Boston for a work John.
Work, John.
Oh, marble door. That sounds cool. What are the doors we got? They're like no doors.
No, in the room where that chick is at the end, I have some furniture in there.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if I have doors, but
I grabbed some doors here.
you could check.
Okay. Which spot?
All the way at the end of the hall.
All right. So we got some wooden chairs. We got a chandelier for sure. Some beds. That's gonna be cool. Oh, another bed.
You're just taking all my furniture.
Yeah, sure.
Oh wait, I guess I didn't have any doors in there.
Guess not.
Wait, what's that? Is that a bathtub?
Yeah.
You don't want the bathtub?
We can do bathtub and stuff, but we'll do that a little later.
Well, I don't know why you grabbed all these beds then if you're throwing in a bathtub. Bathtub. Bathtub?
And Kunk said you a mansion now. Yeah, it got a little bigger, but it's too condensed and like we're gonna expand it. Our people don't really like living that close to each other.
Yeah, every NPC has like a preference, and a lot of them are like, oh, I don't like this person, they're sketchy, so they're all complaining. Ungrateful.
Oh, show ungrateful people.
Like we've given them a home.
For free. Bunch of freeloaders, they don't contribute nothing.
They literally don't, because they just kind of live here and complain, and then we have to buy things from them. If we want something from them, like, we buy it. And Kung says I don't like people either. I get it. But they're still bummed. Oh my gosh. They were throwing a party earlier in this house. There's a party girl who lives in this house, and randomly she'll throw a party and then you'll see all of them wearing a party hat, and then there's like confetti and balloons in the background.
Yeah.
I think that's cute, but I mean, like, you can't really do anything when they're throwing a party. It's just like, oh, okay, that's cute. She says, I'm hyped for The Sims to come back on Thursday. That's where the party's at. I'm pretty sure my sim failed that one class.
Oh, your sim definitely failed that class.
It said that what was it? I think the essay I was supposed to, or the project or whatever, was due that day or something, and I don't know, like, my game glitched out, like, she stopped listening to me, and I was like, oh, this is just so bad. I don't know if that happens to you, but sometimes, like, when I play The Sims, like, at some point, like, my sim literally, like, I can't control it, and it won't do anything I tell it to do. I have to, like, restart the game, and then it'll, like, fix itself, so I don't know if that's, like, just a me thing, or if that's, like, an actual Sims thing. You run out of time to do homework and projects so easily. Well, since that was my first time ever doing it, I can see, yeah. I didn't know how fast it went, because I felt like I was only in school for like not even a week, and then already like stuff was due. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense too, because I mean, like, The Sims, like, what, you're like, you go from like teenager to young adult in like 5 days. Probably not actually 5 days, but yeah, maybe I'll have to take a look at the settings. It's just weird because it's like they'll act fine when I start the game, and then like later on as the game goes on, it just like stopped doing anything I told it to do. So I don't know what that was about. But last time that was a good stopping point anyway, so. But it's also the reason why she's gonna end up failing. Oh man. Oh well. I could always retake the class, I guess.
And Kunk says Sims University is the glitchiest part of like all Sims packs.
I guess, yeah, I guess I could see that. I feel like there's so many flaws in it, like just in the design of like of the dorms. Like I don't understand unless there's, I don't know, I think maybe I'm missing there being a cafeteria or something, and I'm really confused as to where people are getting food. Because there's no kitchen in our dorm area, so I'm just like, where are people getting food? And then I need like a trash can because like my fridge is full of junk, and there's no trash can, so I'm like, well, I don't know. There's a lot of things missing in the dorm room, and it doesn't make any sense.
Now we're at day.
So you're trying to make a house in the sky.
Yep.
You can click and drag all the applied food to the nearest sink. Oh, okay. I was spoiled. I was like, wait, what? Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I guess I could do that. Even though I'm surprised that, like, she doesn't automatically just, when I say to empty the fridge, like, she doesn't automatically just go to the bathroom to wash the dishes, seeing the how Sims are, like, illogical and they wash their dishes sometimes in the bathroom. But yeah, it should be a fun time. So what is this that you're doing under it?
All right, so I'm gonna build the base of the housing structure. It's gonna be one line across, and then we can put like make it look like it's standing on pillars.
Yeah, I do feel like because of how stressful everything was, my sim probably, I don't know, she probably was angry with me or something, because I was trying to pack in so much homework to do at once that she probably got stressed out and just was over listening to me. I'll probably quit my Starbucks job. I'm pretty sure I went to work like late twice. Even though she works like 2 hours, but like those 2 hours, I don't know. That's 2 extra hours that she could have of like sleep. Yeah, I guess the money isn't really worth it, so I'm gonna just let go of that job.
All right, so
And then just rely on like I think I got some scholarships. Maybe I'll just try to apply for more scholarships or something. Or take out loans or whatever the deal is. I don't even know how much money I have, so
all right, this will be our first room, like first house. You want to make do you want to make them like a village of like houses? Okay, I kind of have an idea of how we can do this.
Okay, you're gonna share with the class?
So we're gonna do this. Maybe I'm thinking kind of like a fancy apartment style. Like it's gonna be supported by like wooden beams at the bottom, and then maybe have so that not everything is like condensed. Maybe we'll have a house or like a room here, and then we'll leave some space, and maybe do like some outdoor decorations right here with like a door, so like if someone could walk on the patio. But then have another door or like another house up here, and kind of like go up on an angle, maybe, so they each have like, I don't know, an area to walk out to.
Okay. And what is separating these houses, and how do you get to their door?
So
Because like what you're making it sound like is what we kind of already have, other than the fact that people will have balconies.
but they'll also be separated by like 5 blocks. So instead of being like bang on top of each other, this one, which is bigger, it'll be bigger than this space would be open, and then this one, so it would kind of be like an every other kind of thing. So like a house is over here,
And
house
how
over here,
how are
house
you
over
making
here.
the structure? Because like right now you just kind of have like, you know, this box, and it's just one line.
Yeah. So this will be open.
The heck is happening?
Trying to think of like how the best way to do it.
Well, Brian right now is the currently being the architect. I definitely can't build things, so this is not my... Well, I mean, like, I like like, in real life, I like building things that have instructions, but I'm definitely not creative enough to, like, build my own stuff. But you improved the plants! Yeah, I guess you're right. That is what the architect does. I guess Brian's the construction person, I don't know.
I'm the foreman,
Yeah, there you go, foreman.
Eric.
Oh my gosh. It's like that game, because we played, on PlayStation, I had this game called Prison Architect.
Yeah.
And that was a lot of fun. Because it was like, you're not only... So you build the prison, but you also run the prison.
Alright. So, maybe we can have this be like a center cove, like a hallway. And...
But are you thickening the walls or what?
Yeah, I can thicken the walls.
Because right now it just looks basic like our first build. And nobody wants a basic look, right guys?
Alright, that's a good point.
Let's have a little more structure, a little more, you know... A little more going on. Also, what's with that L shape at the bottom?
That was... Pay no attention to this.
There's like no plans to approve. Everything's just being done on the spot. There's no planning, no like, this is what we're going for. It's just kind of like, just start going.
Yeah. The best plans are those that you don't plan. You know what I'm saying? Alright, these stairways are too wide.
Yeah, you didn't have to thicken the stairway too. I was just more concerned about like, you know, the whole basic, just the one layer. It just looks really basic, pretty much. I don't know how many more times I'm gonna say basic. Oh, you're thinning it out more. I feel like stairs don't have to be that thick, otherwise they're not gonna look like stairs, so I think that looks fine, but I do like the thicker, like, wall look. Because it actually looks more like a structure and doesn't look like a box, I guess.
Okay, so... do that. Alright, so this will be someone's area. And then you can come up here and into a new area.
So what's the plan gonna be? Like, kind of like a... Okay, okay. I don't know if I see your vision, to be honest. What was the vision again?
Alright, so like, basically...
Because you said you were thinking of like an apartment, like a luxury apartment complex or something, but like, I don't understand how is this beginning look anything like a luxury I'm very confused.
I might not have explained it that well, okay? It's a work in progress.
I was gonna say, because like when I think of like an apartment complex, I just think of, I don't know, like a building, and then maybe you have like balconies per, I don't know, something like that. But like what you're doing here is, I don't know at all.
So, okay. So in this vision, this is a house.
Okay.
Right? So this is someone's apartment.
Sure.
You walk out, you can go up the stairs. Like, this will be the stairwell. And then this will be someone's apartment.
To someone else's apartment.
Yeah, this will be someone else's apartment here. Then you'll be on this floor. When you go over here to this floor, this will be a balcony.
For the person upstairs?
Or do you want to have a balcony on each person has their own balcony?
Wait a minute, but how, if there's a balcony there, how is the person underneath getting out?
No one leaves the apartment.
You're trying to trap these people?
I'm not trapping them.
How are you gonna talk to them?
Don't worry. You will.
He's trying to trap these NPCs.
I'm making it so no one can get in from the bottom. That's a very important goal.
Oh my god.
Because zombies can't walk in. Okay, when there's blood.
But you already put it up in the sky, so I felt like you already got rid of that concern.
So maybe. So we'll give each person an actual balcony. Right.
So then he's not gonna need that back door then, or is he keeping the back door?
So this will be the stairwell right here. He goes in his house, and then we'll make him a balcony. So he'll have a balcony right here. And then this can be something else. This area right here doesn't necessarily need to be.
Okay, so I want to know, where do the other houses come into play here? Like, are you just kind of like, is this like a zigzag type deal, or?
Pretty much, yeah.
But how are you getting up to all the houses? Because these stairs are in the middle of the zigzag. Like, you can't just go through you can't go through these stairs.
Right here, we'll make like a platform so we can actually go down, and we'll jump up and down right here.
I guess we'll see.
So the entrance can't be accessible via walk.
Okay, and that's fine. And this is the entrance to one place, but it's not accessible via walking because it's in the air.
This will be this person's balcony. You get it?
Yes, I get it.
All right. So then
it looks nice.
This person will have similar. But what? Okay. What do you think?
Are you making this for all the NPCs?
It won't go necessarily up all the way. We could do this structure for some of them and then another structure for some of them.
Okay. Okay, we'll see. Because there's a lot of NPCs.
I know.
Actually, let me see if I can see how many NPCs are in Terraria.
That way we know how many.
That can live with us. Alright, it's set. Well, I don't know how accurate this is, because this says that there's a total of 21 NPCs that can move into your house. But this was from 2014, and I feel like they've gotten new NPCs since then. So I don't know how accurate that is. Oh, well, this one from 2022 says 29 NPCs, along with 3 town pets that are considered special NPCs. Which I think we have... Do we have all 3 slime pets, or do we only have 2 of them? We might only have 2 slime pets right now. Wait, but can all 29... 18 town NPCs in regular mode, 8 town NPCs only found in hard mode. So right now we're in hard mode, because we've already beaten the wall of flesh. 3 NPCs that are found outside the town. Outside what town? There's not a town here. What? 3 pets that you need to purchase licenses for. Wait, but we got slimes without purchasing licenses?
Yes, you don't need it for all of them.
Okay. I don't know.
Platinum ore and diamond ore. What else is in here? Anything in here that doesn't need to be in here? Lenses. Spikes.
Alright, so what is the perfect room for an NPC to move in?
Okay.
Hey, you Drake.
What up, you Drake?
Oh.
What up, Squid Kid?
Oh my gosh, did you forget to put on an alarm again?
Oh, yeah.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, so check it. We got some New Year's Eve themed bad jokes.
Sorry, we forgot to put on... Well, this is the second time Brian forgot to put on an alarm.
I didn't activate them because we went to a movie or something.
Yeah, but that was a long while ago.
Yeah, well...
Anyway, every half hour, an alarm's supposed to ring.
Alright, so bad joke number 1. What does a farmer feed his horses on January 1st?
On January 1st?
Yep, what does a farmer feed his horses on January 1st?
Is it like new hay?
You are very close.
So it is something with hay or new. I don't know.
What does a farmer feed his horses on January 1st? That would be New Year's hay.
New Year's hay?
Yeah, instead of New Year's Day.
Oh
New
my
Year's
gosh.
That's so good.
Where did you get that joke from?
The interwebs.
That one's awful.
Look, I didn't say they were good. They're supposed to be bad. So, nailed it.
Oh my gosh. Anyway, thanks for joining us, Squid Kid. And you, Drake. Alright, so back to what I was saying, because we're currently trying to build a new place for our NPCs that's more livable than what they currently live in. And I was reading what is the perfect room for an NPC to move in. I'm just trying to see what they... Well, I mean, clearly just the standard, like, what makes a room, which is, like, a light source, a chair, table, the amount of space that you can have. A room exceeding 750 blocks is too large, just in case you're not.
Alright, well, we're good with that.
Okay. Player-made background walls, at least one entrance to the room, yep. Okay, I thought it was gonna have a little bit more information than just, like, we already know this information. I thought they were gonna be more specific.
I don't think I have an axe for chopping down this wood.
Oh, we could get a princess NPC at some point.
I mean, that sounds good.
Oh, I guess that this NPC comes once we have all town NPCs.
I'm looking for
What are you looking for?
an axe. I was trying to find the word.
Oh, what's the axe for?
So I could chop down that wood outside.
Okay. Is this for the house?
Yeah.
Are you trying to like add an accent to it or something, or?
No, we're gonna need wood for backgrounds and stuff.
Oh, okay. So you're going to go with basically the same look that we have going on here.
All we need is 1,000 more TikTok followers to stream on TikTok.
Oh.
All right,
I don't even know how many we have because we have been failing at posting things on TikTok. My intent was to take clips of our videos, like funny sections of any of our streams, and then post those to TikTok to bring people
yeah, we just never
to watch our
got around to
stream.
doing that.
Yeah. But hopefully 2023 will be a better year. I mean, we did just start like what, in October, and with the holidays it's been crazy. Like, we haven't even been sharing our, normally I try to post the next day that our YouTube video is up, and I feel like the last maybe 2 or 3 times I haven't even shared that. So it's been a little crazy. Wait, but can you even stream on TikTok? What do you mean, like, stream? Like, is TikTok as live or something?
I guess so.
And what happens to, is it just like it goes away after you're not live anymore? Is it like Facebook Live? Or does Instagram have live?
I don't know how any of that works.
I feel old now. I also wouldn't know how you would do that. Like, I mean, I guess you'd probably log in on your computer and then share your screen. Oh, so it's like Facebook Live, okay. I don't think I've ever seen anyone, like, I don't think I've ever seen a live TikTok or anything like that.
Me neither. Not familiar of the ways of ticking and talking.
Oh my gosh.
Wood? No. I want wooden platform.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna try to be more active on there this year for sure. Trying to have to like organize ourselves. Oh my gosh, really? That's awesome.
TikToks of Asian ladies sorting oysters. Nice.
Amazing.
Amazing. All right. All right. So I want to do.
I feel like my dad's algorithm would just be like people showing off their coin collection or something. I don't even know what my algorithm would be like. I just watch so many random things.
All right, so that works that way.
Yeah, this is where your vision, this is where I'm lost with the vision.
See, in my head, I was able to build another set of stairs.
And yes, and
I can,
that,
but
and
it would automatically go up.
exactly, you wouldn't be able, you can't walk by the stairs. You'd have to actually, like, there's no way through them.
Right.
So that was my, that's where my concerns were. Like, I saw where you were going, where you're trying to make like this tower of like stairs coming up the middle, but like it doesn't work because you can't go through the stairs. There is, hold on, but you can build Maybe if you used actual like building stair material rather than using this brick material, because you know you can build stairs, right? Like
No, I didn't know that.
they're like kind of like how platforms are.
Oh, really?
Well, I mean, I assume you can build stairs because when we've been like when we go underground and we found like houses under there was one that had stairs.
Okay.
So you must be able to build it.
Can you want to look that up on your phone real quick?
How to build stairs
Yeah,
on
how to build stairs on
Terraria.
Terraria.
All right. Unless anyone out there knows. How to build stairs.
All right. Well, in the meantime, I'm gonna build this this guy. We'll give him this door. Alright, so we went 1, 2, 3, 4 tiles up.
See, you want to let them have the ability to talk to each other, because some NPCs do want to talk to each other.
Okay, so we need to have them somehow be able to communicate. So, I mean, the other option is we build it like this, where it kind of just goes up and down.
I mean, you don't have, like, you can still stick with your theme. They can still,
But
they
if
can
we-
all
if we-
climb stairs to go see their friend.
Yeah, if we can get those stairs things, then we're good. How far? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, well, I'm
5,
trying to
6,
find
7,
out how to
8,
do it, because,
9,
like, most
10,
of them are, like,
11,
YouTube videos, but I don't want to throw on a YouTube video.
2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 7, 9, 10, 12, 14. Alright, so they're 15 wide in turn.
Oh, look at this spiral one. Well, this one's if, I guess if you're using, you can make stairs. It says it simply requires platforms and a hammer.
Okay. 8, 10, 12.
I don't know, I don't feel like that was very descriptive on how to do it. Like,
Well, if they say you just need a hammer, I know how to do that.
okay. Alright, give it a shot then.
There's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,
Are you trying to, like, make it the
12,
same size?
14, 15, yeah.
We're all fair here. Everyone gets the same size house. Wait, was it not big enough or?
That slime is on a balloon. Get out of here, slime.
It was on a
Yeah,
balloon.
now it's on a dead.
Bruh.
Alright, alright, then that's another guy's room.
Okay, another guy's room. Oh, there's a couple slimes on balloons today.
How big did I make his?
Wait, why were you even measuring the other one? I thought you knew how big you made the first one if you were measuring it. Oh, do you mean the balcony?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you did. I thought you made the room without measuring the first one.
One, two, three, four, five, six.
What in the world? Oh my gosh.
Alright, so this is the second guy and his balcony. So, not need to do any of that. Alright, so it says just do stairs, okay?
Platform. Do platforms and a hammer.
There we go. Okay. Well, this one we do want shut off.
That's fine.
And then we'll have them go zigzaggy that way. So we need a platform, which we have here. So this platform can start there.
Huh, that's interesting.
And you can fall through it.
Alright, but take away the bottom platform because it said online that you can't put the platform on top of stairs, otherwise the NPCs can't go up or something.
Oh, okay.
So like if the NPC that lives down there, they won't be able to go up because you have a platform landing. You don't need a platform.
Well, then I wouldn't be able to walk across.
What would you need to walk across? You can jump that.
They couldn't walk across.
Well, but they can't get... Apparently online it says they can't go... the platform can't be over the stairs. I don't know. Okay,
Platform
maybe...
can't be over the stairs. Okay, so platform can't be over the stairs.
So is that not what they meant? I don't know. Maybe we can see when we actually have an NPC move in. Maybe we can see how if they can walk through it or whatever.
So if you can't have,
I mean, I don't know. For
over
what I read is probably incorrect. We don't have any proof of it. So just continue doing what you're doing, and then we'll see when we actually have an NPC. But why would they need to go across?
So right now, if they can't go up it, then that person might not be able to go, and that person might not be able to go here or something.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe what I read wasn't exactly like what it sounds. So just continue building.
Wait, I think I might have an idea.
I mean, I would suggest just continuing, but okay.
Maybe if I build a stairway like that, and each one leads to a door, or leads to a platform that you can walk that way. So I would have to make all of this wider.
I don't understand. At all. I mean, if you just finish the bottom house and see an NPC move in, like, destroy one of the rooms in the other house, and then you can kind of test out that theory of them being able to, like, go up the platform. Rather than whatever it is you're planning on doing. That once...
Yeah, it's off.
Okay. I was gonna say, that one stair does not look right.
Alright, so like, that would lead...
But you are gonna fix some stairs though, right?
I don't know how to fix them.
Oh, why do they look like that? Are they supposed to? Oh. Okay, well, I mean, I guess if that's the way they look.
Yeah, looks hard.
This Well, we've never built stairs before, so this is interesting. I thought this was your original plan anyway, that you were building a zigzag of stairs and it just goes right to the person's house. You Trick said agreed. I'm sure you're missing our Sonic streams, you Drake. I think we should be able to fit that back in on the weekend, can't we? I don't think we had plans this weekend.
Possibly.
Oh, do you have something this weekend?
No, I don't think so.
I think we could work out trying to get some Sonic in this weekend.
Did this thing? No.
I feel like it's been forever.
Alright, so how about that? If the people can't work with it, they can F off. Alright.
And Kunk says, new game alert. Do you have a new game suggestion? Or are you making the... So this is also gonna have a house? So it's gonna be like 2 rooms each level?
I guess we could just do that.
Unrailed. Sounds interesting. What's that about? Does it involve like... If I think unrailed, I think like trains.
Well, that would be derailed.
Okay, well, I guess you're right. Then what do you think of when you hear that?
Unrailed?
I think of a skateboarder who has no rail.
Okay.
Yeah, it's about trains. See? Told you! Okay. I don't think I've ever played anything about trains, so that sounds interesting. We could definitely look into that. I don't know when we'll be able to, like, throw in a new game, because we have to finish... Still have to finish Terraria and Unsighted. And Unsighted's probably gonna take forever, because we've already missed, like, the last 2 streams for it. You start with the train and you have to craft rails and not let the train go off the rails. Oh, man. I feel like Brian would be good at that, and I'd be god-awful. Brian would really like Shovel Knight. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I've heard so many good things about Shovel Knight.
What kind of game is that? Does it involve a shovel?
It does.
I see a lot of these games are named specifically.
They take the guesswork out of, what's this game?
But you have to chop wood and mine iron to create materials to craft rails, and the train gets overheated and you have to put out the train fire with a bucket of water while what in the world? This sounds like Overcooked on a train, but you're not cooking. This is like if Overcooked were, I don't even know, like, was building pretty much with trains. It's a knight with a shovel. It's Overcooked for train rail making. Oh man. We haven't played Overcooked in a while. And then we're excited for the Hogwarts game that comes out in February. Possibly thinking about streaming that. We'd have to figure out how we would want to accomplish that though. I feel like that's gonna be, I mean, it's not that it's gonna be tough or anything, but like that's not gonna be a stream where you guys follow us through the whole thing.
Right.
Because I feel like I'd want to play it all the time. I guess unless I stream it every time I play. So like I'd just be streaming a lot of it because I'm gonna want to play it a lot. So, I don't know. Maybe I could just stream it every time I play. Then I could decide if I want to buy it. Oh, man. I mean, unless the game sucks, I feel like, why not? Like, when's the last time there was a Hogwarts game? Like, I think the only Hogwarts games they've ever made were just like the Harry Potter games, and they were just for the movies. So like they were just going through, because I've played, I think I've played Half-Blood Prince and Order of the Phoenix for PlayStation. Like, I think that was like PlayStation 3 that I played that for. And that they were just like, basically you're just playing the movie. You're just being Harry, going through the same things that happen in the movies and the books or whatever. Yeah, no, I know they weren't amazing or anything like that, but I mean, like, this game, like, from what I've seen so far, I mean, it already seems so much better than those games were. Two separate playthroughs. I was thinking about that too, but I don't know.
Be a lot to do.
I feel like I wouldn't want to do, like, if I did my own personal playthrough where I'm just like, I want to sit on my couch and relax and play the game, like, when I want, and then I came on and played a different, like, playthrough online, like, I'd feel like it'd be a little repetitive for me. Because I'd be like, oh, well, I already went through here.
Did this thing. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do it again.
I think that's my only concern with doing, like, separate things, especially since I'm a person that's not a playthrough person. Like, I don't like multiple playthroughs. I like to go through something once in my life, and that's it, and then I continue playing that game. Like, I mean, I'm still, if I ever get the urge to play Skyrim, I'm still literally playing the same game that I already beat. Like, I don't start a new game. I mean, unless it's good enough for me to want to do that. Because, I mean, realistically, it could be slightly different. Like, if I did, like, you know, if my personal playthrough was like, you know, I want to be in Slytherin because that's my house. So that would be my personal playthrough. But maybe I could do a different playthrough online and be like maybe a different house, and that might have different things to do for it. Or like there's a playthrough where it could be focused more on good, because I think you have an option to be like, you can be more of a good wizard, or maybe you can be more into the dark arts or something like that. So like, I guess there could be a possibility to be able to have separate playthroughs, but I don't know. Should be hearing reviews soon. Yeah.
Alright, there you go.
I'm anticipating for it to be a really good game, so. Especially since they took this long to make it, and I don't know.
It would almost have to be rewarding to play 2 playthroughs. Yeah, pretty much. I
mean, but the thing is, because when I get the game, like, are you gonna play this game at all?
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna play it.
So, in that case, it's kind of like, well, what if one of our playthroughs or whatever were, like, one is a personal one from one of us, and then the other one is one that's actually streamed?
Alright.
Because, like, what are you gonna do? Like, you're gonna, like, I'm gonna play it, and then you're gonna play it? Like randomly or something? I don't know. Because that's basically 2 playthroughs right there, because I'm gonna play it, I'm gonna play my own playthrough with assistance from Brian when it gets to scary parts, because I still get anxiety.
It's 9 o'clock, So we got another bad joke lined up. We got, what was Dr. Frankenstein's New Year's resolution? What was Dr. Frankenstein's New Year's resolution?
Brian will play it and take the annoying Amanda will play it.
She ain't wrong.
This is true. Oh, yeah, that's the thing too. Like if it were my playthrough, it's gonna go a lot faster than Brian's playthrough.
Oh, for sure.
But I feel like more people would want to see Brian's playthrough because they want to see they want to explore with you and they want to see the adventure. So I think it would be better to watch him do his playthrough. Plus, he'd probably play it better than I do.
All right. So, what was Dr. Frankenstein's New Year's resolution? To make new friends. Because he made Frankenstein. Now he's gonna make new friends.
Oh, I was like, wait, what? I didn't get that. Oh my gosh.
All right, so now do you kind of see how we got this?
Nkunk was not impressed. Was it worse? Wait, did you hear the first joke, Nkunk? Because I was gonna ask, is it worse than the first one? I was
First
not a
one
fan
was,
of the first one.
What does a farmer feed his horses on January 1st? And the answer was New Year's hay. Let's try.
Yes, it was. And you just had to hear it again. Oh my gosh. Well. It was not worth acknowledging. Hey, I thought I picked out some pretty good jokes when I was doing my Sim stream. I think these are the only New Year's jokes that we're doing, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so then.
Like, thank God.
So, next on Thursday, I guess I'm gonna have to. I have to decide. Well, I guess I do have to put in some bad jokes. When you did your retro gaming stream, did you do your bad joke?
No.
Oh, he didn't even do bad jokes on his solo stream. I did the bad joke for my Sims solo stream. Since I did it last time, I probably should do it again. Best New Year's joke of all, me going to the gym. Amazing. I feel that. Oh man. That's like me hoping that I'm trying to start off with not spending a lot of money on Amazon. We'll see how that goes. I think the place is starting to come out looking pretty good. Like, I already like it better than what we have the people the NPCs currently in.
Oh yeah.
Started Super Metroid after watching the stream. Oh, look at
yeah.
you. Inspiring people. Wait, so that was what you were playing, Super Metroid?
Yep.
Did you record and post?
I didn't post, I recorded it.
That's like me. Like, I only recorded my solo stream, but I never posted it. That's cool. I didn't really get to see him play because I wasn't feeling well that day.
Hence why I played.
Well, yes. But that's cool. It's nice getting to do our little solo streams when the other one's like unavailable.
So I'm gonna make the rooms like a different background than the main area.
Wait, so what the heck is that? Like these main areas?
I don't know.
Bruh.
We can do whatever we want with them.
They're huge. Brian just made all this space for like nothing. Like they're not even rooms on these sides. I mean, we could put like chests there.
They could be like chests, crafting station areas.
Okay, that works, I guess. But I love that like there's so much room outside and then the NPCs get this little room. I mean, granted the rooms are bigger than what they have now, so. And they have their own balconies. I mean, that's fancy. I think this apartment complex is coming along pretty nicely. I'd move in, maybe. Well, I mean, we might have to get maybe some windows in here though, because it's a little on the dark
I will
side.
make windows and stuff.
Okay. All right. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. But it's looking good. I like it. Wait, why didn't you finish putting wallpaper on that first room?
I ran out.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I need more stone.
Wait, what?
I need more wood.
I was gonna say, what?
I need more regular wood. I gotta go chop down regular wood for sure. There's regular wood. All right.
Wiggler. Right there. Gonna be like the Lorax over here chopping down all the trees. But yeah, so Hogwarts Legacy is definitely on the list of most anticipated.
Didn't we say like Breath of the Wild 2 is coming out?
Yes, the second Breath of the Wild is coming out next year. Pretty soon, actually, and
yeah, it's in May.
That was actually voted #1 for most anticipated game of 2023, so I'm still waiting for them to come out with Sims 5 as well as a new GTA game.
I don't know if this is regular wood or not. No, pearl wood. Oh well,
I mean, you could still make a wallpaper with that.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
I thought you said you were gonna make everybody's background different, or you were trying to keep it.
I'll make it slightly different.
And you can even use dyes to change the color of their background wood.
Yeah, true.
Oh, you Drake is waiting for Spider-Man 2. Okay. I assume that also comes out next year. What about everybody or anybody else in the chat? What you're waiting for
Yeah, what are you
in
guys
2023?
Waiting to play in 2023.
Well, in this year, because it's now 2020. I like how I'm referring to 2023 like it's not already here.
Like, bruh.
What's the most anticipated game this year? I feel like, I don't know, was there something else other than...
Not that I really know of. I just hit that tree and a squirrel popped out.
A lot of pixies up in her.
Yeah, we need pixie dust though. That's good.
What about the makers of the Dark Souls games? Do they have anything new coming out?
From Software? I don't know. I mean, Elden Ring was their big thing.
Was that did it come out last? Oh, you just got slain, bro.
Well, them pixies.
Do you get anything exciting for pre-ordering Hogwarts?
Oh, why don't you tell them all the stuff you got?
Well, so for pre-ordering, I mean, you get like... So if you pre-order the digital, you get 72-hour early access. So, I mean, you'll get to play the game 3 days earlier than other people who pre-ordered, like, the physical version. And then I think you get, like... there's, like, some downloadable things, I think, like an outfit, something. There was, like, a couple of things. But, like, the only other things that really stood out to me was, like, I think you get, what's the name of that horse? Is it Thestrial?
Thestrial, I think.
So at Thestrial, like, you'll get to have that mount. which if you don't pre-order the game, like you won't be able to get that. Basically you won't be able to get that animal. So I mean, I thought that was cool, but I don't think there's any like, I feel like I'm more of a physical, like I like pre-orders that come with like physical merchandise. Like those are my favorite ones, even if it's like a poster, even though posters are a little lame to be honest, because what am I gonna do with a poster? But when they come with like a physical item, those are the cool ones. Like when we bought, actually this wasn't a pre-order, but when we got Terraria for PlayStation 4, I think we bought the physical copy of it, and it was like $20. Yeah, statue or figurine would be amazing, honestly. When I ordered it, I mean not ordered it, when we went to buy Terraria, the physical version for PlayStation 4, it was like the special edition, but it was only $20. But Terraria's been out for a while, so for $20, brand new, and it came with like it came with stickers, cool postcard thing, patch, like I think maybe like 2 patches. Like it came with all these things inside the box, and I was like, and for just $20, I was like, that's so cool. Like I love, even if it's something as simple as a sticker, like I love things that come with like free, like some type of merch. When I bought Brian, what's that game? The Hyrule Warriors?
Yeah.
Where they like, it's just a fighting game?
Yeah.
When I bought him, I think I pre-ordered that, and the thing that you got for pre-ordering that game, you got like a keychain with like, it had like one of the enemies on the keychain. Although those GTA posters were dope back in the day. I mean, yes. I'll give it, well, because they also had like, I think, didn't they have the map on it too, or was it just the poster? Actually, I don't remember. I think GTA 5 though, it's a map. Okay, yeah. But yeah, no, I do remember the posters. So like that poster is fine, but that poster is like the one that comes like within the box, or like in the whatever it's called, the booklet thing that holds the game. But that's cool. That's normally what I look for when it comes to pre-orders. I kind of look to see, does it have something physical that I could get with it? Even though I did pre-order the second Jedi Order game.
Jedi Fallen Order,
yeah, I pre-ordered that, and same thing with the Hogwarts game. It's just kind of like you get like decal or clothing or something like that. That's the pre-order bonus, and like a exclusive like lightsaber or something like that, which I mean, it's not the worst thing, because I mean it is, you know, free. It's not like you're paying more to pre-order it, but it's still kind of lame because it's like, where's the physical stuff? Like I want something. I want something that I could touch. I think when we pre-ordered Elden Ring, Brian got it came with a ring.
Yeah. The Elden Ring.
Yeah. I think it came with, was that the only thing it had? It was like a ring? It was just the ring?
Yeah, it was just a ring, I think.
I thought that was cool. Like, I love props. Like, if that's the, you know, if that's the thing, then yeah. I did, because I love Harry Potter, I did get the collector's edition, which was not cheap and probably not worth it, but I was excited for it, so I just went ahead and got it. But the collector's edition, it just like comes with like basically like a book that you can just put on display and plug in, and then it'll have a wand that like floats on top of it, and it'll just like spin on the book. But I feel like that would be something cool to put in the background of our streaming. I mean, you probably might not really see it, but whatever. And they did the same thing. They had a collector's edition for that Fallen Order, the Jedi Fallen Order, but like it came with like the base. I think what is that called? The base of the lightsaber.
Hilt.
Yeah, so it came with like a hilt. And that was the item of the collector's edition. And I'm just like, bro, but where's the lightsaber part? Like, I'm just getting the handle. I feel like if it would have came with like the actual like lightsaber like on attached to it, I may have gotten the collector's edition of that. But because it was just the handle, I'm like, yeah, no thank you. Oh, but I guess that's all that I have going on. I just pre-ordered those 2 games at the moment. Just the Hogwarts. They used to have good pre-orders, probably just got cheap as they try to push the graphics for the games. Yeah, I guess. It makes sense. They can at least throw in a sticker.
Yeah, let me get a sticker, bro.
I think one of my favorite things, that I got, this isn't a game, but like if you've seen like the Divergent movies, I got I think it was the first Divergent like on Blu-ray, and that in the case it came with like tattoos, because like they have like a specific tattoo for like each I forgot what they call them now, like I don't want to say house.
Faction.
Yeah, faction, there we go. And I thought that was cool. I was like, oh, I never got something that came in a movie case. So I thought that was cool. And I still have them because I never used the tattoos, so I just leave it in the case.
Just shaping these hard edges a little
Wait,
bit.
in the 3DS, I mean, was it the 3DS that didn't have a charger with it? Wait, what? What do you mean that it didn't come with a charger? There was a DS that didn't include the oh, I never got a 3DS, so I don't know. But I've gotten like a DS Lite, like the original DS, a DS Lite, and our current DS that we have is like the last DS that Nintendo made, which is it was their second version of a 2DS, because their first 2DS was like that flat screen. It was like a flat console that had 2 screens on it. And then they remade the 2DS where it was actually foldable. But all of those came with chargers, so if one of them didn't come with a charger, maybe it was a 3DS. I never had one.
Nah, Jay, you bought it secondhand off of someone, and they were just like, it didn't come with a charger.
You're saying that was ugly? I'm assuming you're talking about the 2DS. That thing was a fail. It didn't even make sense. It was like, how did you go from, you know, deciding that you were going to make the Game Boy became foldable because it had, you know, the Game Boy SP is where it started. And then after that, the DS series came out and all the DSs were foldable except for the Nintendo 2DS. That was the first one that was not foldable and it had 2 screens. And I think that one was probably the only one that did really poorly in the market. Well, probably not the only one, but that didn't get a lot of good feedback. Like, I saw that and I was like, what in the world? Like, why? It's not even... Like, it's not portable. Are you putting chandeliers outside?
No.
Oh.
Putting it in that room.
That's outside. That's not a... I mean, that's
It's
not
in
like...
a main area. Well, not like it's in a common area.
Oh, okay. Oh, so there's like common rooms?
Yeah, this is where we'll have a chest and
3DS
stuff.
XL didn't include a charger. Wow.
You read it on the internet. It must be true.
Wait, so then how did they want people, like, they had to go buy one?
Yeah, go buy your own stuff, bro.
That's wild. I wonder how successful the 3DS was. Because, like, the idea of it, like, I feel like a lot of people probably didn't actually use that 3D portion of it.
I remember testing out a 3DS in, like, Walmart. I was like, this is weird. You had to be at the perfect distance for it or something.
I mean, I have no idea, but like, because you had the option to have the 3D on or turn it off. So it had like a switch that would basically, do you want a regular DS or do you want it to be 3D? And it's just like, what? I mean, you have to give it to Nintendo. Like, they were really just testing out everything they could. Like, with that 3DS, with the Wii U.
Yo, you know what we could have? Each apartment could have their own infinity pool on their balcony.
Infinity pool?
Yeah, where like the water goes right out to the edge.
How do you have an infinity pool?
You can, so right here, you could walk up, and then there would be a pool right here, and there would just be pane of glass, and just like the water spilled up to the glass.
I mean, hey, you do you.
I'll do that. I'll transfer buckets of water and everything much later.
I don't transfer buckets of water. So you Drake said Wii U had good games, but the system was trash.
Yeah, the system was trash.
Yeah.
Hot.
Not everything
garbage.
of Nintendo's could have been a hit. But you know what? I mean, they really hit it with the Switch. I mean, we love the Switch. And I mean, I'm sure everyone else does too. There's definitely no system out there that's like that, I assume. Or at least no major system. Maybe there's like knockoffs of the Switch, but...
Alright, so at this point we need... some table and chairs to put in their rooms.
Okay.
Because technically we only have like 4 rooms, and the 4 official rooms in here. And here, check this out. When I went up here, I feel like I was tall and high enough in the air that Valkyrie, I think a Valkyrie just randomly came down.
I'm sure Zelda will have a special edition Switch. Like if they make a new Switch or like... Oh, like for that... For the game? Are they still like putting out Switches? Because like I know that they made like the Switch Pro, which was like the last one for the game. I mean, they probably could. I'm not really sure if they would or not though. Oh, like... Well, I mean, I guess they could for like just the portable ones, like not the ones that you mount on the TV. Though I guess they could do that. Not like mount on the TV, but. Uh-oh.
But
All right. Can we take a little break here for a second?
Yep. All right, guys, we're gonna take a quick break. We will be back in a few. All right, we're back.
Alright, sorry about that. Okay, so you Drake said Splatoon had a special one and the new Pokemon. Okay. So, but that was for the the handheld ones, right? Like not the Switches that you could do on the TV, or was it also the ones that can go on the TV? Like for the Switch Lights. That's what they are, the Switch Lite. Also, do they have like a Switch Lite Pro?
I don't know if they have a Switch Lite Pro. I don't think they do.
Well, because they made like a Switch Pro, so I wasn't sure if they made like Switch Lite Pro. I feel like if we build higher, or like the NPC is gonna get attacked.
Yeah, because that was the second harpy I've seen, so I don't want to build any higher than this, actually.
Okay. That's probably good, and then maybe you can make like another like building nearby, I guess. Like
Yeah.
next to it almost. But like the only thing...
Maybe, yeah, because they're...
Oh, just the OLED model? Oh, is that not... Okay, yeah. Cool.
Alright, so this will be the actual roof. And this common area up here can be,
Well, the only thing that
just
sucks...
connection to the next area.
The only thing that sucks about this build, because of the fact that it doesn't go on the ground, is that NPCs who might want to visit other ones won't be able to, like other ones in another building.
I'll make this a pathway.
Okay.
This is not easy.
I wonder where Nintendo goes from here, though, because I mean, like, where do you go from the Switch? I'm just very curious. What do you think?
They might just want to, like, switch it up or something? I don't know.
Oh my gosh, Switch 2, right? Yeah, but then, like, what? Is that gonna be forever their thing now? Like, it's always, like how PlayStation's on PlayStation 5 is Nintendo, like, now kind of grandfathered into, alright, our system is the Switch, like, for now and forever. Because Nintendo has never been like that, like...
Right, they've never had a second system.
Well, unless you want to kind of call the Wii U a second system, I don't know.
That would disgrace the Wii.
But no, yeah, they don't make, and even if they do, it's not something as close to, like, their last system. Because, like, the Wii U was nothing like the Wii. Drake says, I think so. It's a good concept. I mean, they can keep it, sure. It's just that would be the first time, like, seeing Nintendo, like, not do something different, pretty much. Excuse me. Like, I'm sure that they'll make, clearly, like, they're gonna make, like, aesthetic changes and stuff, and then, like, you know, make it better. But, like, the fact that they're settled on this is our series now, like, it's a Nintendo Switch is, like, going forward, that's the system. It's just kind of crazy to think, because they've just never had that before. Like, even when they were doing Game Boy, like, they may have had a bunch of Game Boys, but no Game Boy really looked like the other.
Yeah, true.
Other than kind of, like, going from, like, the original to color, but, like, the design was a little different, I guess. But, like, once they went from, like, color, then went to advanced, like, that was a completely different look. And then SP and then the DS, even though I guess the DS series for a while, I mean, they all kind of did look the same except slightly different design. But like they always did like something different because like I mean like when the original DS came out, like they changed it by making the DS Lite, which looked a billion times better than the original. And then like after the DS Lite, they made a DSi, which all it was compared to the original was it came with a camera, like a camera like on the inside of the system. And then, or no, did it come with a camera on the outside too? I think it had a camera on the inside and the outside. So like they did things to improve it. Like I feel like I wonder if they would do that with the Switch. Would they add a camera on it?
Oh, no.
I thought you already claimed the roof. Well, this guy will only show up if you come up here, though. Like,
Right.
They're not gonna show up if NPCs are hanging out. But the next NPC party, if this guy shows up, not gonna be a good party. The new Metroid was supposed to come out with the Switch Pro, but the Switch Pro has been canceled. Rumors are the new Metroid game will come on the next Nintendo system. Interesting. We still have that Metroid. I assume you're talking about, what is it, Metroid Prime?
Metroid Prime 4.
If that's the one that you're talking about, we still have that pre-ordered. We pre-ordered that 3 years ago, I think. And Brian will not let me un-pre-order it, because it's like the only thing that shows up on my... We pre-ordered it on Amazon, so... Like, when I go to my orders list, it's my only open order for, like, the past 3 years, and he won't let me un-pre-order it. I just, like, don't want it to show as an open order anymore. Let me see if I can see when I pre-ordered that. So, Metroid Prime 4... Yeah, this order, we placed it on May 13th, 2018. Oh my gosh, we're going on to 5 years of this being pre-ordered. That would be cool if you get a Samus statue for waiting this long. But the thing is, because it's pre-ordered on Amazon, probably not. Like, once this game actually makes an announcement, I'm gonna go and look up to see if there's like, because, you know, depending on where you order it from, they might have like, you know, a little something to give you, like maybe GameStop might have a GameStop exclusive item or something like that. So I'll have to look up to see if anybody's giving anything with the game. But I mean, it's crazy. Like, it's we're gonna hit 5 years this year in May, and I assume it's not coming out in May, so we will have over 5 years of this item pre-ordered. Will GameStop still be around by then? I don't know. At this rate, if we hit 6 years, I'm canceling this pre-order. How does that sound? I would die if like year 6 comes by and I cancel the pre-order and it's like, oh, the game is actually finally coming out, but all the pre-order bookings are taken, so you can't pre-order anymore. Brian would be so upset. You giving the place a castle feel?
Yeah.
Nice. I can't even think of like the last game that I got that came with, well, I mean, other than I guess Elden Ring, coming with that ring was probably the last game that we got that came with like a cool merch. I also I'm trying to think of like the coolest merch that I got from a game. Do you know any of like what's the coolest merch you got?
A really good question. I don't.
So Drake says it would be cool if they added some kind of trophy system for the next console. I think Brian would very much like that.
We missed. All right, so we got bad joke number 3.
Ooh, we've been awful at these guys.
Why shouldn't you go to Times Square for New Year's Eve? Why shouldn't you go to Times Square for New Year's Eve? I
was trying to see if I could figure out how to put like New York in there because like New Year's. So you don't have to wear a diaper. Okay. Don't people who go to Times Square, like, aren't there some people who start staying out there like days before or something? I feel like I heard that, but I could be wrong. I assume that can't be true then, if there's no bathrooms there, unless they're just using the bathrooms at this, like, I don't know. Time is running up.
Alright, so why shouldn't you go to New Year's Eve for, why shouldn't you go to, what was it called? New York for New Year's Eve? It's because they're never any good at it. They always drop the ball.
Oh my gosh. Alright, that one wasn't so bad. I didn't even think about them dropping the ball. You, Drake, is unamused.
What's new? He's never amused.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard that people will go out there, like, even, like, a week better than the first joke. I've heard, like, people start standing in, I mean, I don't know if it's I assume it's not a line, but, like, in a spot before, like, days before, maybe, like, a week before, which, I mean, I don't know. That seems nutty. First of all, it's cold, so I'd already be out right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, no, I would never. I like going to New York, but I don't think I'd ever go for, like, the holiday time. Definitely not to see the ball drop. Like, I'm gonna pass on that. Oh, that's hilarious, the way that you're putting that up there. Wait a minute. What is this whole big section you got going on here?
This is how to get from Tower 1 to Tower 2.
Why'd you close it?
So those fuckers couldn't get in while I'm building.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I gotta get some more. Do I have any more doors on me?
You got
I have
two
a blue
doors.
Dungeon door.
Is that not a door?
I have a marble door.
Yeah, you got 2 marble doors. They look fancy. Made out of marble. I feel like they'd be pretty heavy, wouldn't they?
Sure.
Those harpies are not having it.
Bish. Ah, this jerk again.
Oh, you Drake has a joke. All right, let's hear it, you Drake. it's probably bad. Then it sounds like you've come to the right place. We need to get a laugh track sound effect.
Yeah, we do. Got him.
Oh, look, you got a heart.
Yep.
What does The Rock and Black Adam have in common?
They're the same person.
Is that the answer? I don't know. They're both hard.
Both hit rock bottom. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Alright, so we got boiled wood, rich mahogany. Let's see how much room can we make. Rich mahogany.
We still got our Triforce Christmas tree in the background. We haven't taken down our Christmas decorations yet. I don't know if anyone else has, but we're probably not going to work on that till next week. I have no desire to finish Black Adam. Did you start watching it or something and you weren't feeling it? Yes. I didn't think it was bad or anything. I mean, it was better than some of the Marvel movies that came out recently. I mean, I'd give it that. And after he was removed from DCU, why watch?
Hey, what's up, Vitrix3?
Hey, thanks for joining.
Welcome in. It was this Terraria Tuesdays. Right now, we're not doing anything fancy. We're just trying to build a new housing development situation. Nailed it. Yeah.
You, Drake, said nailed it. Apologies if we mispronounced your username.
I'm sure we butchered that, like, horribly. Alright, so I guess one thing, how do we want to have, I'm going to clear this space a little bit. Cool, I'm looking to stream while playing Terraria. Oh, nice.
Awesome.
What better way to do Terraria than watch it while you're playing it?
Pretty awesome. Yeah, normally we do 2-player on our Terraria stream, but since today our focus is just rebuilding housing for our NPCs, we decided just make it a full screen and have one person do it.
Yeah, plus I'm using the actual keyboard and mouse instead of the controllers like we normally do.
Yeah, which is a billion times easier to use the keyboard and mouse, I assume.
Just for moving, or just for building. Like, oh man, I'd like the actual moving and fighting and everything much better on a controller.
Well,
just because I'm probably not used to it.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say you normally don't play with keyboard and mouse, so you're not used to that.
All right, so we're gonna see what this looks like.
Oh, you're trying to do the wood column?
All right, so how do we like that column? Do we like that column?
I feel like so far number 2 already looks better.
Do we like that column?
1, 2, or 3. What do you guys think? I don't know.
Or we could go stone.
A stone column?
Yeah. What do we think? Well, which column do we like? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
I feel like I like number 2.
You like number 2? Okay. I can do that.
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. I know I don't like number 1 as a column.
Okay.
I at least know that. I don't know. I think, yeah, maybe 2.
Alright, we can go number 2.
I'm getting rid of the background. Why do you have a random torch or...
Because I accidentally put it down.
There's just like a random torch on the floor.
Alright. We want to do the rich mahogany.
So what did everybody do on New Year's? Did you guys go out? Stayed home? Had some drinks? Had some people over?
Some drinks while having some people over.
Just had people over and didn't have drinks? Oh, I think maybe it looks good thicker. Maybe not? I don't know.
It might actually. Okay.
Yeah, we got invited over to a friend's house for New Year's Eve, and we had my niece and nephew, so it was pretty convenient because they have kids as well, so it was kind of like, oh, well, now my niece and nephew who are 11 and 12, like, they'll have other people to play with. So we kind of did that. It was like adults and kids, and she had some activities for them. They had like this, they had like a sheet that they taped to the wall, and they filled it with balloons and confetti and stuff. So then when 12 o'clock hit, they like pulled the sheet, and then like all the confetti and balloons fell down. And unfortunately, like, fell on the kids, and then they came home and put the confetti in my house. Are you guys still getting PSVR 2? Oh, we are 100% getting that. I can't believe how expensive it is, though. Like, it's like the cost of a console, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think it is. It's like, is it like $450 or $5?
It's like $500. Yeah. So Trixie said they had a sleepover with their best friend. Nice. You guys play any video games or watch the ball drop? You guys do. And if you did play any video games, what'd you play?
Yes.
That's the bigger question.
Actually, while we were at our friend's house for New Year's, there was a lot of little boys there, and my nephew ended up like exchanging numbers with some of them. And they're like all playing Fortnite now and FaceTiming.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
But they were also doing that over there too. Like they were all in, I think they were all in 4 different rooms, and they were all FaceTiming each other while playing Fortnite together. And I was like, oh my gosh, that is hilarious.
It's like so difficult to build. Wow.
Are you thinking about getting a PSVR 2, you Drake? We never had VR for PlayStation, and when we got the PlayStation 5, we were really like, I really wanted to get VR because it seems like a lot of fun. But once we got the 5, I was like, well, at this point, we might as well wait till they make the VR for it rather than going off and buying the one for the 4. I get lightheaded. I have VR for PS4 and we never use it. This is true too. I guess it depends on, do we feel like we're gonna really use it? I mean, we never had it, so I can't really speak of whether we would really use it or not. Like, I feel like we would, but who knows? Clearly, if we end up buying this thing, which is ridiculously expensive, and we realize that we don't really use it, then we'll either... I'm sure we'll end up keeping it, but probably won't buy VR again in the future. Super Bad and Beat Saber is cool. Okay. I've seen people play the Beat Saber thing.
Yeah.
So
Keith
I bought...
actually showed me the Beat Saber.
I bought all my friends Terraria, and now we're grinding since 2 weeks. Wow.
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
So far in this playthrough, I mean, we've unlocked hard mode. We beat all the pre-hard bosses.
Oh, thanks for the follow. What is that? T3 Noah?
Hey, thanks,
I don't know how you pronounce that, but...
Tears Noah? Maybe?
Tears?
Maybe Tears Noah?
Okay. Thanks for the follow.
Appreciate it. We do, here, we'll give you a quick recap of what we do over here.
Oh,
Hey, what up, CRB?
that's my brother, Noah. Hey, CRB.
So, we do Terraria Tuesdays at 8 o'clock, and we do Unsighted Thursdays at 8 o'clock right now. Both on at 8 o'clock. This coming Thursday, we won't be doing Unsighted. We do that when we're together. I have to go out of state for some work, but Amanda's gonna jump on. She does sometimes she does some random Sims 4 streams. So she's gonna jump on Sims 4.
It'll be my second Sims 4 stream, and my character is currently in college and probably failing. Play The Sims, you know it's my favorite. Well, yeah, on Thursday I'll be playing it. It's also Nkunk's favorite, so definitely feel free to stick around and watch the hot mess that is my character, who her name is Lavender. And she
sounds like a barista.
Well, what?
Yeah, it's like, hi, I'm Lavender.
Well, she does have a job at Starbucks, but I actually decided that I'm gonna quit my job because I can't keep up with the schoolwork, man.
Ridiculous.
And then there's a guy who lives in the dorms. Well, he lives in my room with me, and I know he has a thing for Lavender.
Oh, for sure.
Oh, thank you for the follow, Vetrix3. I still don't know how to pronounce your username, but I hope that that's somewhat close to it. But thanks for following.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Take like one class and party the rest of the time. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe I'll drop a class or two. Maybe I'll take 2 classes and try to manage 2 classes, no job, and kind of a social life. I also don't know if there's other parts of campus, because like I stepped off of campus, or like stepped onto like outside of the dorms onto campus for like 2 seconds for Spirit Week, and then went right back into the dorm, and I have no idea if there's like actual other locations. Like, is there a cafeteria that I can go to? Can I actually go see a classroom or anything like that? Probably not, but I didn't really explore campus, if that's an option to actually explore it.
Alright, so I made some other backgrounds. I just made a living leaf wall and a living wood wall. Be interesting. Let's check those out.
Oh, and for anyone who just joined, Brian is just rebuilding. We're like making a new area for our NPCs to live. So this stream is mostly just kind of us building.
Where did I put that living wood wall?
Or more of a Brian building and me supervising. But normally our Terraria streams are 2-player. But for building, we decided 1 player so that we can have a big screen. Because when we do 2 players, it's split screen, so that would have been probably not the best to look at.
You know what? I bet you this living wood wall looks better as columns for the base of our thing.
Well, then do that instead.
I will.
And then sometimes on the weekend we also do Sonic Frontier.
Yep. Sonic Frontiers is it's so much fun.
We'll probably be doing that this weekend.
That's you, Drake's favorite.
So we have a question. Do you have any tips to get a summoner? I don't really check it.
Summoner? I don't know what the summoner is.
Yeah, I don't know if we've come across that yet. Oh yeah, so you, Drake, did want me to post my first playthrough of The Sims on YouTube. I will go ahead and I just haven't found the time yet, but I'll make once I do, I guess Thursdays, I could probably post both of them, or maybe if I remember, I could post it tomorrow. I guess I might as well just post those on YouTube.
It's the things you summon minions with. Oh, okay.
Oh. To get them, well, so far the only ones that we've gotten.
Whereas Abigail's Flower, which is, let's see, it's this one right here.
That one's actually pretty easy to get. If you have like tombstones in your world, like I don't know if you're one of those people who destroy your tombstone once you have them, but if you leave the tombstone in your world, at some point a little flower will grow next to it, and then if you like, you know,
yeah, you just pick it.
If you mine it and take it with you, then you'll get Abigail.
And so she's a ghost, and she flies around. She just does like really super minimum damage, like 1 or 2s. Like, but she can go through walls.
She's pretty cool. She's actually from, I don't know if you know the game Don't Starve, but that's where Abigail's character, or this ghost, comes from.
Yeah.
Thanks, I got some of those. I'm doing it. Nice. Yeah.
And the only other thing I have really right now, I have this shark thing that follows me, and I can't unsummon it. And every time I summon it, I can't summon anything else. But I also have this this orb, which just provides like a super basic amount of light. I think I found that in the dungeon maybe.
Yeah, but we don't have too many things. Like I think Abigail might be the only thing that we have so far that fights.
Yeah.
Because we have like a couple things like a pet.
You have a chocolate cake.
Yeah, like I found like a chocolate cake and it just summons like a cat, which is more of like a pet that'll walk around with you. But Abigail so far is the only summon that we found that fights.
Yeah.
But on our first playthrough of this game, which was years ago, probably back in like 2015, 2016.
Look
I think it was like 2016. That's fine. I think like in 2016, that was our first playthrough of this game, and that was on PlayStation. I had this summon where it gave me like little tiki guys.
Yep.
And they would throw spears, and I got it to the point where I was able to summon 6 of them, I think was the max that I had. And everywhere I went, I had these 6 tiki guys just following me, and each one of them dealt damage.
Yeah, that
was my favorite summon. I don't remember how I got him, but that was my favorite summon I ever got. All right, it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, all right. So for everybody who's new, when we do our Tuesdays and Thursdays streams, every half hour starting at 8:30. So from 8:30 to 10, we do bad jokes. They're horrible, and I laugh because they're just so bad. All throughout October, we did Halloween-themed jokes. November, we did Thanksgiving-themed jokes. December, we did Christmas-themed bad jokes. And for tonight only, we're doing New Year's themed bad jokes. And here is the 10 o'clock bad joke. It says, why did the baker put bread in the toaster at 11:59 p.m. on New Year's Eve?
Because he didn't want to overcook it? Because it would have been the next day or something? I don't know. I assume that's where it's going. Somewhere with it being the next day, and he didn't want it to, So I think from the jungle NPC that's where the tiki people came from. It's possible.
Maybe.
I don't really remember, but that was definitely a cool one. It was like that, and wasn't there a summon that you had or something back then, maybe?
I had summons. I don't know what they were.
Don't have a lot of memory from our first playthrough, but...
Alright, so why did the baker put bread in the toaster at 11:59 p.m. on New Year's Eve? Because she wanted to make a New Year's toast.
Oh my gosh. I didn't see that coming, like, at all. Alright, so I was completely wrong. I thought it was gonna have something to do with, like, because they're toasting it, like, a day late, or I don't know. I like that joke. Oh, we got something that Nkunk.
Bang bang.
Finally. Okay, so then as you can see, the jokes slowly got better, I guess. So there's that. Did you do that? Did you set them up like that on purpose or no?
Nah.
Oh, okay. I thought her resolution was no carbs or something for the new year. Yeah, I didn't really know where that was going.
Alright, so we got... Now our house isn't floating anymore. We have supports! Even though they're just wall built in column formation.
I mean, hey, it works.
New Year's hay.
Oh my gosh, why'd you call back to that?
Alright, so right now we have 5 individual rooms, 3 common areas, and then we have a common, or we're gonna have a bridge, which kind of goes over here. And I don't think I filled in this.
Well, but your wall is coming out a little bit. Is that supposed to happen?
That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, it's totally fine. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
I mean, it's looking good.
Alright, we'll kind of curve that in a little bit.
And how do you make windows?
So we're gonna make glass walls. Which I don't know if we have any glass yet.
Don't you just make it from sand or something?
And we have plenty of sand. I think we need a glass kiln, maybe?
Yeah, that I'm not sure.
Alright, so let's go ahead and quick stack all this stuff. Done with the wood for now.
Bruh.
Bruh.
I love that one pet slime has like a backwards cap on. So he's upstairs.
Oh, yeah. Up here.
The green one. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. Oh, so we do it. So we have 3 pet slimes then. We have
there's some glass right here too.
we have the green one, the brown one with the little, kind of looks like a top hat, but like a mini one.
I think we need to make a glass kiln.
And how do you make that?
Can you look it up real quick?
Well, how to make a glass kiln?
Yeah. We'll make a glass kiln and we'll make some windows in these.
Oh, I gotta be more specific. I put how to make it, and then I got YouTube videos on how to actually make
Yeah,
one.
you gotta call it out for specifically Terraria. Glass kilns are real things, you know.
I didn't expect that. Okay.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go kill this squirrel.
So it says to make this, you need 18 iron/lead bars and 8 torches crafted at any anvil.
Okay.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, so I have.
Yeah, at an anvil.
Is it iron?
Wait, am I
Iron or lead?
iron or lead?
Okay.
18 iron or lead bars and 8 torches. Wait a minute, so you don't even need sand? Oh wait, no, that's for the kiln, not the
Alright.
not the glass that you're
Let's see,
making.
What do we have? 10 lead. Alright, so there's lead.
At an anvil. Oh, you're making bars. Never mind. I was gonna say, that's not where you make the kiln.
Okay, so I have the torches and I have lead. Oh, dang, I made 17.
Wow, way to go. Way to go. Does anyone in the chat have a New Year's resolution? Or did they make one? Mine was basically to spend less on Amazon. Oh, hey Obi.
What up, Obi-Wan?
Thanks for joining.
So we just built we started building our new super advanced complex area over here. We're gonna have some new homes. Right now we got some common spaces, which are these main hallway area, and each room has got a room, and then each apartment has its own balcony, bro. Like, look how fancy those people are.
That is pretty fancy.
Yeah, I don't even have a balcony. All right, so in our area, oh, we got a bunny
Dang,
banner.
son.
Oh, that means I killed 50 bunnies. Oh yeah.
Oh, the bunny banner is cute.
All right, so this is our boss fight area. So we kind of just have all our banners there. I don't have any Bruces though.
High living. I like how Obi-Wan said, checking in to maintain my level of awesomeness.
You are awesome. All right. So, I'm gonna put our glass kiln. I'm gonna put this right here.
Man, you're already putting something in the house?
Yeah.
Even though you put that random chandelier?
We got some glass doors.
Well, we didn't need all that. We just need windows.
98. All right. So any sand block.
Did you make an New Year's resolution, Obi? Can we name this high rise?
Nakatomi. Yes, this is Nakatomi Plaza.
Wait, what's Nakatomi Plaza?
It's from a Christmas movie called Die Hard.
Oh my gosh. Sorry guys, I've never seen Die Hard. Or I mean, I probably have seen like bits and pieces of it, but I don't have memory of really seeing this movie.
How do we make
What?
glass wall?
Not nice. Obi's like, that should be your New Year's resolution to watch Die Hard this year.
Wait, can we make glass wall?
No, you're supposed to make a hole for it or something, or you put it on the wall.
Then why did that just make glass?
To put it on the
Dang.
wall.
What?
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 As a window.
Yeah, well, that was gonna use that as the wall. I was gonna make glass wall and put it right there. But now I can't. Apparently I can't make glass.
Oh,
No,
you can't make glass?
Gotta be able to make glass.
Okay. Did you have sand?
Yeah, I just made glass out of sand.
Okay, so what do you mean you can't make glass if you just made glass?
Can't make glass wall. I need to make glass wall.
Oh, to make a window. So, Obi's New Year resolution to have you watch Die Hard. Oh my gosh.
There we go, glass. We just need to be at a workbench.
Wait, what was the glass kiln for?
To make the glass.
Oh, okay.
And then we use the glass to make the glass wall, but we needed to be at a workbench to do it.
I gotcha. I gotcha, fam.
Alright.
Yeah, we gotta put some windows in here, right, guys? You don't want people, like, living in the dark around here like they do with the old complex. They're all gonna love this new place to live. I mean, it's rent-free living.
Just broke the glass.
Rent about to go up. Yes, OB.
Alright, how do we like that? Does that look good?
I mean, I like it.
Alright. We can do different glass formations.
I mean, you do it up.
Maybe this one has like
You're the creative one.
maybe this one's got like a big glass right in the center.
The crazy thing is, we're supplying these homes to these NPCs, and yet they don't give us a discount on their merchandise. Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, sup with the whack PlayStation sub.
I like how it makes that glass breaking sound when you get rid of it. Where to? Oh. So, Obi, what's happening here is we decided that today's stream was going to be us building the NPC houses. And, you know, since it's just the build stream, it just seemed better to just, you know, one player it so that you have a full screen to see what's happening, and also it's easier to build like having the mouse pretty much. So Brian's basically playing on keyboard and mouse, which is different than our normal like controller play. But it's only specifically for this build streaming. After we're done with this build, we'll, you know, go back to our 2-player. Yeah, back to the regular.
Regular.
Yes. This is just specifically for this stream, or it might be for the next 2 streams, because I doubt that we're gonna finish this build this stream, but we should be able to finish it by next one because it's coming along pretty nicely. Regular scheduled programming. Yes, and if you didn't know, which you probably didn't because you weren't here earlier, Brian will be away on Thursday, so I will be continuing my solo Sims stream, which I already have 2 people in the chat excited for The Sims 4. I also have 1 person in the chat requesting for me to upload the first Sims stream that I have, so I have a little bit of fandom for The Sims here.
Alright, let's get some stair windows going on.
I've also decided that I was gonna quit my job on The Sims because I can't handle a job and school. And I might drop my schedule to like 2 classes instead of multiple. I want to see Brian play The Sims. I don't know, do you really want to see him just get on here and be antisocial? Because his Sims, that's what he does. He lives a life of solitude.
Yeah. Nobody messes with
His Sims life is so boring. Like, he literally goes to work, comes home to work on his skills to help him increase his, like, to, you know, get his career further along, fills his Sims needs, and then goes to bed. But he never fills the need of social. So that's the only need that's, like, always...
See, I make him a lone wolf, so he enjoys being alone.
Well, I guess. But I mean, Brian did tell me though, gotta sacrifice somewhere. Brian did tell me though that he wants like after watching my stream, because he joined for that stream, which I assume, would you join for the second stream as well?
Yeah.
All right, so oh, you'll be traveling back.
Yeah.
Okay,
I could probably join in before my flight.
What time's your flight?
I think like 9. So I'll probably be boarding and then.
Well, then you could join in for like an hour.
What do you think? Do we like these little windows right here that I built on the stair?
Do you think there should be like at least another one on the bottom of it? Like 4 of them? Doesn't it kind of seem a little off without having a 4th one? I don't know. To me, it does. Anyway, so Brian was saying after watching me play The Sims, he was like, I kind of want to build a house on The Sims. So he does have some interest on getting on, but more of just to build a house.
Yeah.
After that, he's probably done. But I mean, he might, if he did, he might build a house and then do his Solitude run.
There we go.
Lone wolf contractor type. He can build and you can play in it when you graduate or drop out of college. Or can you age out of college? Like, I feel like I'm gonna try to ride going to college until like, if I could be there till like an elder, that'd be amazing.
All right, guys. How do you feel about these little windows I did on the stairwell going up the stairs? Little narrow.
I feel like you should probably put like a torch so people can see. Can you guys even really see? Because it's like dark out, and can you even see these windows? Like, give them some light. Yeah, it's dark. See, they can't tell if they like these windows or not. They can't even see them. You might have to wait till the sun comes up, which is probably not too long from now. Oh, and Kunk says she likes the windows. I was thinking we had to wait till daytime. Yeah, I think, well, you'll definitely be able to see it better. Right now, I don't think you can really see it that well. And Brian didn't put any lights in the building yet. He just put that one chandelier in the room, in the common area.
Yeah, I don't have. I mean, I could put. Let's put some temporary lighting in.
Why can't there be permanent lighting?
Well, I don't have a built.
You don't have what built yet? You gonna have lighting? Like, are we gonna have electrical?
No.
You can have electrical in this game? Like,
No. Well, you can.
like light bulbs?
No, not light bulbs, but you can hook up. You can hook up like torches and stuff to light switches.
Well, yeah, but all right. I don't know if you can see the hallway windows now, like the stair windows, but he's basically asking how do they look. I like that all the rooms are a little different in terms of like, well, their wallpaper and their windows. Obi says it looks good. Yeah, the place is coming along pretty nicely. This side will hold what? 5 NPCs?
At least, yeah.
What do you mean at least? There's only so many rooms there, isn't there only 5?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah, on this side. Are you making more?
I might. I don't know.
Anyway. And then the top is just a bridge for the next side of it, because we don't want to build it any higher, because the higher you go, the more sky enemies are around. So
yeah, right now we're on the like, if there's an area where you may or may not run into enemies because you're so far up in the sky, we're kind of on the rim of it, so we're literally on the sky rim. one might say.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's a freebie for you.
What a mess.
All right, so yeah, we used wood for these 5 rooms.
Don't encourage him, Obi.
Collect all this money we got down here. I think we're actually at a really good spot.
Okay.
We'll figure out the hallway. Well, I'll put in some maybe some windows in this hallway.
All right, you do that. You put them windows up. Brian's crazy. He has to wake up today at 4 a.m. and he's on here building this Terraria house. I would have been like, yeah, I'm going to bed. I like seeing the stars behind the building. Oh, well, that's nice. Yeah, they do look really nice. Being in the sky has its advantages, like the view. Oh, so then if you lived here, you would want to be on the top floor then, I assume, Obi?
Hey, he wants the penthouse.
You'd live here, right? Like, look, you have your own little balcony. Like, every room has a balcony.
And for at least one of them, possibly a couple of them, I'm gonna, on these balconies, bro, I'm gonna make infinity pools.
Oh yeah, he's gonna do an infinity pool. That's fancy, so I'm actually excited to see how that turns out.
You know what? This guy's gonna get... Now this dude up top, he's gonna get the first infinity pool.
Why him up top?
Because he's indoors.
Everyone's indoors.
But like he's facing the inside of the thing.
So is the one below him.
Yeah, but the one below him has the support there, and I'm gonna have to crush that a little bit.
Alright, well, we'll see how this works out. Don't worry, NPCs will be totally ungrateful.
Yeah, there'll be a bunch of jerks.
They won't even know. Thanks for the follow, 3 stocks. We really appreciate that.
Oh, whoops. Oh, torch down.
Wait, what are you doing? Is this so that you can do your infinity pool?
Yeah.
I didn't know you were gonna change the balconies to do this.
Yeah,
What kind of infinity pool has the water leaving it?
What?
Well, wait, I mean, hold on. That didn't make sense. That's what they do. Well, I'm just saying, like, they don't really have, like, the pool part of it. Like, they're not going in a pool. It's just kind of like water that's on a flat surface, and then
it goes
going
up to the
down.
glass. That's where the infinity part is right there. Because the water is going to come right up to the surface, so they can walk into their pool.
Oh.
Bam. And they got the glass going. That's the infinity part of it right there. And then we'll
That's
shake
interesting.
that a little bit.
You're giving them their own pools?
Yeah.
That's fancy.
And then on the underside,
Obi is so right though. Like, our NPCs will not be grateful for this at all. They don't care.
and we'll see the underside of it, structurally sound, bang, 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 bang. And you step into it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's gonna be your pool. I just gotta get some water and bring it up here.
And are you doing that for all the
Maybe like
to infinity?
maybe these two. Maybe like this one and the one that's gonna be like right here. They can have the infinity pool.
Oh wait, so not everyone's getting an infinity pool?
No, there's levels to this. Like this person, look, whoever can't really afford that much, they get this down here. Like, you're like, oh yeah, I got a balcony, but it's like 2 feet off the ground, bro. Who cares?
Oh my god.
But they have a view. This person over here, they got this nice big window, and they can see stuff. And this
They have the view of the mountains in the
they
background.
see the mountains, and then they're gonna see the people over here. And then you start to level up a little bit. So you got a larger area over here, and then you level up, and then you got starting to get into your penthouse stuff. This suite has the infinity pool, and then this suite is just the penthouse suite. We'll do something special for these guys up here.
I like how you said for these guys, only one person's gonna live there.
Maybe we'll give this one an extended room or something. Maybe we'll build it out here.
Oh, that's fancy.
You're gonna have your corridor that leads over. This is gonna be this is common area. We're gonna have some crafting stuff here. So you got your kiln. We'll do like a workbench. We'll do anvil here, and then this area will be like our chests.
Oh, we said, can they get a loft?
It'd be interesting to see if we can do some sort of loft.
Well, I don't think we've already.
Yeah, we don't want to go any higher.
We capped on our height, so I don't think we could do that.
Maybe we'll do like little different things on the other side. Like maybe on the other side, this area, we won't need this whole area. So maybe on the other side, this bottom room is like this whole area.
Ooh, like a really.
And they'll have like a loft.
Okay, yeah, we could do that. Like downstairs.
Or we can make one of them. It'd be a 2-bedroom. So realistically, it's 2 separate rooms, but it's only one entrance, and you go up via these stairs. And then bedroom up here, and then someone else has a bedroom down here.
But only one NPC could live in there.
One would live in the bottom, one would live in the top.
Not if there's not a door, if it doesn't have 2 separate doors, NPCs don't.
Oh yeah.
NPCs don't live like that. They have to have a room.
We can give them each their own balcony. That would be a door.
Not if the room connects
Right
in any
here.
way. Yeah,
It
but
would be separated by this, by a platform.
okay, fine then. That might work.
We'll try it. We'll see how it works out.
I was gonna say, because it has to have some sort of separation or it's not gonna count as 2 bedrooms. And only one NPC will occupy it.
I'm gonna build some lead.
So this was the old house, guys. How is the new house looking so far compared
to the old house,
compared
yeah.
to our original build? What do you guys think?
Can I build lead buckets yet?
Do you know how to build a bucket?
Yep. Now we can.
Oh my gosh, why would you need that many buckets? Is it a 1-use only?
No.
Why do you need that many buckets?
We'll see. Wow, our house is thick.
Our house is a deck.
Nice.
That's amazing. I'd love to see that. Oh, that's so funny. On our original playthrough, my house was completely made out of pumpkin. Like, everything in it was pumpkin, and the house itself was pumpkin.
So we had like a central area, like this area, kind of,
It was
not as
basically
cramped.
like,
But
yeah.
then she had her own giant pumpkin house over here, and then I had a house of clouds, and on top of it, everything was gold. So the whole house was, I think it was golden and rainbow bricks. And then if you went into the cloud, you could once you go into the house, you can go into the cloud, which was the basement. There was a teleporter, which teleported me to a secret castle. And you knew it was a secret castle because on top, it literally had the letters and wrote out secret castle. So it was super advanced.
Obi said at midnight it turned back into a condo.
Alright, so Where is the easiest?
Amazing. Brian's gold house though was really cool. I loved all the gold things in the house.
I have to go all the way over there to get this water.
That's the closest. It's raining. You can't get the rainwater.
Nope.
That's amazing.
You're just hoping I live.
Well, why wouldn't you? It's not nighttime yet. I feel like he should be able to collect rainwater. I mean, it's literally raining. The fact that he has to go all the way to find the nearest water source is hilarious. Well, there's some water right there. There goes all the water that was right there.
Yeah, like 3 buckets worth.
Oh, so you can fill up multiple buckets?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool. That's why
I
you
made
got all
25,
those.
Yeah.
I was so confused.
Time to hold an aqueduct. Yeah, I gotta build an aqueduct. Alright, we're almost there. It's right here.
Oh, that's a lot of water. I think one time we... Oh my goodness, I don't know what that is, but I don't think you want to find out.
I'm out.
You don't want to find out.
Now, one time, so we built this boss arena. Well, I built the boss arena, and it had, I was like, all right, let me build a bunch of traps in this giant boss arena. So we built a house in the center, and then on the very bottom, below the house, was just a layer of lava. I brought up lava from hell. And
in buckets.
In buckets.
Can you believe? Can you believe that this lava did not burn through these buckets? Look at this sweet pool, guys.
Bam.
Take a
Got
dip inside. Damn, you can literally drown in the pool.
I mean, you could drown in any pool, bro.
I mean, I guess.
He's got an infinity pool. All right.
That is pretty cool. Bro, what's with the glow stick? Were you trying to put it in the pool?
No, he killed somebody.
Oh.
Anyway, so we built this. There was a bottom layer of lava, and on all
you should put glow sticks in there.
The lava, I had a trigger system rigged, so these birds would fly through this one section and just constantly activate switches, and the switches would they would activate teleporters all throughout the base of the lava to areas up in the sky. So it would teleport the lava from the bottom up to the top. So it was literally rain lava. Well, I guess when the lava moves, sometimes it creates more lava. So we left one time and came back, and the thing was on, and the entire right side of the map was just a giant wave of lava that was getting ready to come at us. I had to go under and dig a hole and dig out the lava.
Yeah, we had
and it flooded so many areas on the right side of the map was just all flooded with lava.
That was rough.
Yeah, I had to change that that concept for that.
0 out of 10 would not recommend doing that.
It was a cool concept. Just
well, maybe now, because that was years ago, maybe now you can actually execute that without it being
maybe
like how it was, because that was ridiculous. We only brought so much lava, and it ended up multiplying the lava, which was not what we wanted.
No. Alright, so now that we got his, or hers, whichever person lives here.
I feel like the party chick should live there.
That'd be pretty cool. But I think we're at a good spot to close out for the evening. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, well, thank you, Bad Streamers, for joining us for another Terraria Tuesday. Don't forget, we do Terraria Tuesdays on, you guessed it, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. We do Unsighted on Thursdays at 8 p.m. There's the Terraria. There's the Unsighted.
Just not this Thursday.
Yeah, not this Thursday. I'll be in Boston, but Amanda's gonna do The Sims this Thursday at 8, right around 8 p.m. So tune in. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button. Make sure you get notified whenever we go live. And then we also post on YouTube. We record all our videos, put it up there. So go ahead and check out our YouTube channel at BadStreaming. Everything's at BadStreaming. Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, FaceSpace, MyTube, all the socials.
Oh gosh.
Even ones you haven't heard of, we're on there too. But all right, guys. Thanks. Have a good one. Happy New Year again. Until next time.
Bye, guys.